Well, good morning, everybody. Today we're going to do this basic operation of a 4-4 door. I'm going to begin by showing a couple of the safety features for this door. First off, we have this laser here mounted on this wall. The purpose of this laser is to keep someone basically from getting crushed if they're in somewhat of the zone of the door. As you guys can see, we have a caution zone here that's marked with yellow. The laser cannot see me here. As you look at the laser, there's two dots up there, two red dots. The minute you step in front of this line here, it's basically going to see you all the way until you get to the end of the door. The width of this laser is basically about 4 feet. So right here, it's not going to see you. Okay? You step in here, see a red dot up there, it's going to activate the door. Now, this only works when the door is in the open position. So if you're in the zone and the door is opening, it's not going to keep the door from opening. Okay? It's only going to keep the door from closing if you're in the zone right here. Okay. So I'm in the zone right now, right? I'm going to try to click it and try to close it. It won't let me close it because it's seeing me right now. Okay. The minute I step inside here, that's cleared. Door is going to close. As soon as I step in front of this zone here, door is going to stop and retract back. Another safety feature we have here is a visual horn strobe up there. When the door runs, you can see up there that light blinks. All right. The next safety feature we have here are these yellow vertical strips we call safety edges. That's basically in case the truck is entering the zone here. Obviously, it's not going to see the laser's not going to see it. So when the door is closing, and it happens to be in the way, you can hit it. It's going to retract back. Okay. Same thing on both sides here. In case of a power outage, there's no power to the door, and you guys need to get out or in, do safety handles here. You can release them, pull it, door opens manually. You can open or close it all the way, right? Now, these doors will automatically latch back on if you close them. Right. So right now they're freely open. You can do whatever you want with it. Open it, close it. Okay. If you want to close it, put it back in lockable position. Close it, got a latch, hook up to a block, and now your door is back being secure. Okay. So those are the safety features we have for this door. Next, we have these control panels here. We have two control panels, one for each motor. You have an east and a west motor. They work together, the open, the close, and the stop. There's also a hand auto switch. If something ever happens to the door with the power on, we can't get the door to open or close, we could put this switch to hand mode, and it's going to bypass all the safeties so you have a secured building, right? It also works on a constant close switch. You can close it or open it, and the minute you let it go, the door is going to stop, right? You can put it back on auto mode. You can push the button. Now it's a momentary, and the door just opens and closes on its own. Okay. Now we got to keep in mind because we got two control blocks, we have two disconnects for the door, right? This is for the left side, for the right side. So you can turn off one and leave the other one on, and that one side of the panel is still going to operate. So you want to make sure that if you're going to turn off this power to the door, that both switches are completely turned off. Okay. That's basically the operation of the door. If you guys have any questions, fire away. Because of the width of the door, and for wind load, one's got to close before the other because of these brackets right here. These two brackets right here. If they close together, both of these times are going to hit at the same time. Will not let the door close. So one's got to close. One's got to be leading edge before the other. It's also for a wind load because of the width of the door. The only maintenance that we recommend would be greasing up the hinges. There's dirt fittings on the hinges, and I would probably recommend keep an eye on it for the first 6 months. Once you start hearing squeaking, give it a couple pumps of grease, but that's it. Nothing for the train. The rollers are made out of steel. The track's made out of steel. There's no springs. There's no counterweights. I would have to go back and look at the contract. I'm not sure. It could be either 1 year or 3 years. I have to go back and look. Yes. I was just telling them I would keep an eye on it, but about 6 months, just run the door, and if you hear any squeaking on the hinges, give it a couple pumps, and that's about. You don't want to over grease them because that grease, if you over pump it, the grease starts coming out of the out of these points here, and then it starts rubbing all over the hinges, and it just gets really, really messy. You don't want that.
Did your contract include warranty for the first year of your maintenance for the first year?
No maintenance. I mean, I'll just stop by and give a couple pumps, but there's no maintenance for these doors. That's the cool thing about these doors. You don't need the maintenance. If you want me to come by and give it a couple pumps, I will. I'll be at 16 in a couple weeks, so. Yeah. It's not much to it, really.
Anything that is a part that's designed to fail in so much time?
Nope.
Not really a hinge,
nope.
Not really a bolt?
Nope.
A fitting of some sort?
No, it's pretty basic design. You got a motor with the gearbox in there with 2 pulleys and a belt. If the motor ever goes bad, let's say in 5, 8 years out of the warranty, you can obviously call us, or you can outsource that motor out of Grainger.
I like to call you Parks. Did everybody get that on there? So there's no maintenance involved with any
nope.
annual?
No springs, there's no counterweights.
How many cycles for a door like that?
I've seen some doors like this at 500,000 cycles.
100,000?
500.
500?
Mm-hmm. Still running.
How many times have you guys used the door already?
800 times. I've seen the counter.
Oh, so there's a counter on there.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
And
So here we have a disconnect here. There's an open, close, and a stop button on this. It works simultaneously together, so either one is going to operate the door. There's also a hand auto switch here. On the hand mode, it's called a constant pressure. So when you push the button, the door is only going to operate while the button is pushed. Okay. If it's on auto mode, it's a momentary pressure button. So the minute you push the button, you can let go of it, and the door is going to operate on the open, the close, or on the stop. This disconnect here, if it's in the vertical position, it's in the on position. If it's in the horizontal position, it is turned off. It is also labeled on and off. And if it ever needs to be locked, you can pull this out, put a lock in here, and it can be locked.
Could you repeat one more time when the crews call in, just so we have it for the training portion of it, what they need to do?
Crews call in for a warranty item, they call 455-8580, and that's the regular work control order desk, and just describe the door specifically as being your bifold doors, which are under warranty for the first year, and then they'll execute a work order to these guys.